Hey guys, it's Ep15 and welcome back to episode 15 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode, we've got some more league games to play yet again. We've got Huddersfield away to begin with, and then we've got Cardiff afterwards, and a few other matches midweek and that sort of thing to play in this episode. So it should be quite a good episode, this obviously being quite a big rivalry between Leeds and Huddersfield. So it should be a very interesting match. Currently fourth in the league, so we're not doing too badly. Still a little bit of distance between us and Nottingham Forest though, and obviously Brentford now on the exact same amount of points. So it's important that we win as many matches as possible. This is the team I'll be going with to play against Huddersfield. We'll play this match. Peacock Farrell will start in goal. Eiling, Janssen, Bartley and Taylor play as my defenders. In front of that, we've then, as you can see, got Calvin Phillips and O'Kane as my holder midfielders. Saka on the right-hand side, Dakara starting on the left. I'll give it another go. And Wood will play in behind Jermaine Beckford. So quite a few strikers on the pitch. Hopefully it works out okay. Jermaine Beckford still, I think, second top goal scorer in the league. So doing really well. 10 goals. I think the top's on 11 at the moment. So it's pretty tight at the top of that as well. And this is the bench we are left with. So some decent players on there. Edwards, who might come on during this game. We'll have to wait and see how Wood does in centre attacking mid. But also some players that miss out as well. A little bit too tired to be included. But, you know, still thought I'd go with a fairly strong bench. But yeah, we'll wait and see how things go for this game. I think it's going to be a tough match. We've obviously picked a team that's a little bit different. Chris Wood starting and playing at centre attacking mid maybe isn't what we'd usually go for, but we're going to give it a go. Hopefully it works out, and I suppose I'll just have to wait and see how we get on. Also, I'm interested to hear what you guys think about Dakara. He's got about 5 months left on his contract. Do I offer him a new contract or not? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll wait and see what happens at the end of the season. But before we get into this game, if we could go ahead and hit 25 likes on this episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That will be absolutely fantastic, and let's crack on with the match. So here we go. We need a really good performance from the guys here. It's going to be a tough game, this one. Sacco needs to provide us with a little bit of pace. We don't have loads of that in this team, so hopefully he can do that. He needs to put in a really good performance, Sacco. Also got Eiling as well starting. Hopefully pronouncing that one right. A couple of people saying it's Eiling. Not really too sure myself. Dakara there just offside. Good bit of movement, not bad strike here, despite being offside there from Dakara though. Beckford onto Chris Wood. He'll hit this one. It's always going to be difficult there, hitting it first time, but a decent start from us. Looked lively actually, despite not having loads of pace going forward. Dakara has looked very good on the left-hand side as well to begin with. Oh, he's running through, and it's 1-0. It's undeserved, but Huddersfield have gone into the lead. They've not really done too much here, Huddersfield, so it's definitely not deserved, but Payne puts it into the back of the net, and we're losing the game 1-0. Very disappointing, especially the way we've started. We have looked the better side, but that's sometimes just what you're going to have to deal with. Teams getting really undeserved goals, but they managed to break us down a little bit there, and as a result of that, got themselves into the lead. Need to really bounce back quite quickly. Chris Wood at the back post, not a bad response, but need a goal before half time ideally. Wood onto Beckford, now onto Sacco. Going to look back to Beckford. Beckford to shoot, gets brought down, and it's not given as a penalty. Maybe just a tangling of legs, so that's maybe why the ref didn't agree with, didn't give the penalty, I suppose you could say. But yeah, it's a bit of a strange decision. Maybe could have been a penalty. To me, it looked like it should have been a penalty. Got the shot prevented, and it wasn't given. Dakara to shoot now off the post. That is our best chance so far of the game, other than obviously the potential penalty decision that went against us. And it is half-time, still losing the game 1-0. Dakara looking very good on that left-hand side. I can't believe how good he's looking there. We'll keep the team the same and crack on to the second half. Sacco. Wins it back here. Sacco looks the ball across. Dakara, and he's scored it. Dakara at the back post, makes it 1-1. Brilliant ball in by Sacco. Just managed to win it back. And Dakara finds his place at the back post. Slots at home. I think it actually hits the post. I'm pretty sure my controller vibrated. And yeah, it does. So maybe not the greatest to finish, but it goes in. Let's have a look from this angle. Yeah, definitely does hit the post. And it is 1-1. Dakara getting a goal at the back post. Fantastic stuff from him. He has looked really good and deserves a goal. 1-1. Fully back in this game now. Wood. Going to look for Jermaine Beckford, who struggled to get in the game. Beckford to shoot, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper. Chris Wood and Beckford both have struggled to get in this match a little bit. There's been a lot of wide players trying to get involved in helping us out a bit. So we need to get those two on the ball. They might have to come off one of them though at some point. Bartley with a really good header, which just got blocked in the end. I think we will now make a change or two once the ball next goes out of play. Okay, I'm going to make all 3 changes, I think, now. Grimes, Edwards and Anderson will all come on. We'll take off Phillips, Chris Wood and Jermaine Beckford. It was tempted to keep Jermaine Beckford on, but I just didn't really know how to do it, to be honest. I think I will actually keep Beckford on. And maybe we'll take Sacco off, thinking about it, and we'll bring on Stuart Dallas. He's not had loads of game time. We'll do that, actually. So we'll make those 3 changes instead. Okay, and going in again, strong. Now going to look for the run of Edwards. This is good movement. Edwards into Beckford. Couldn't quite pick him out. He has felt a little bit isolated, I think, there, Jermaine Beckford, in this match. I think we'll just put this one straight in, though. We'll just go straight for the centre spot if we can, or the penalty spot. Dakar is in there. Matt Grimes is going to still try and get it back in, and is that Charlie Taylor on his right foot? Wouldn't surprise me given where the ball ended up. Taylor, on to Jermaine Beckford. This is brilliant play. Jermaine Beckford, oh no, he's moved at the wrong time. Could have taken the shot on his left foot, tried to pass it across for the sweaty, and he just moved positions, Edwards there. That's very frustrating. And that's not a free kick, I don't think. It was just a bit of a battle to 50-50. Oh, what a save. Might have been Risey over the bar, but what a late chance that was for Huddersfield to secure the win. Come on, let's defend this one properly. I won't call it properly, but he eventually gets it under control. Let's hit him on the break if we've got time. 4 minutes added on. We've had a few of them already, and Beckford couldn't hold it up. That'll be it, I would have thought, for the match now, unless we can somehow win it back. No, we've drawn the game 1-1. Disappointing. Could have won it. Both teams had chances to win it. Maybe it draws a fair result in the end. But as far as I'm concerned, I wanted a win, so it's 2 points dropped. Which is a bit of a shame, but we definitely did have good enough chances to win this match. But likewise, so did they. So, yeah, we'll take the draw, I suppose. It depends on the other results around us. Not too sure where Huddersfield actually were in the league table. I don't think they're in the top 7. But we'll wait and see where that puts us. Hopefully no one overtakes us, but the likelihood is we will probably have a team overtake us. And also that means we get further behind Nottingham Forest now in 3rd place. Actually, looking at that, I don't know what's gone on there. I think Brentford must have lost, and Villa clearly dropped points because Nottingham Forest have gone above them with a game in hand. So actually we've ended up in an okay position, 6 points behind Villa in 3rd now, but still not really being caught up. We've actually managed to extend the lead on 5th and 6th place, so we'll happily take that. Some player development now, and we will go with these 5 players. Hopefully get them going up. I was tempted, I think I said in the last episode, to change Calvin Phillips to Vieira, and I think I will do that next week if I remember. So, yeah, we'll go ahead with that. Not too much growth there, to be honest. Just the young Swedish centre-back going very, very close to 66 overall. And I think we'll sim up to the next game. We've also got Eiling there, accepting the contract with us. I offer them a new 15 grand a week contract in between episodes. Monthly scouting updates, I'll go through these, and if there's anybody decent, I will show you them. Okay, so we've got one player here, Lewis Reed, who looks pretty decent. Potential-wise looks very good. We will sign him up. I've had to get rid of a few in our youth academy that weren't looking as good. Also signed up Dylan Jackson as well. I don't think there'll be too many more. Oscar Wright, his one will certainly sign up, and the rest we won't bother with. Okay, so that leaves our youth academy looking like this. It is looking actually pretty decent. I might have to start promoting some of these players because they do look very, very good, some of them. So I'll let you have a little look through. If you want to pause the video, obviously go ahead. But certainly this centre-back looks like one of my better ones, potential of 88 to 94. So really looking forward to using him. There's many other options, though, that we have in there as well. A few midfielders, which are looking quite good. So yeah, we'll certainly have to promote some of them, I think, around about now. Okay, so I've sent contracts out to loads and loads of those youngsters now. So we'll find out after this game against Ipswich how many of them will accept. We'll have loads of fresh new young players into the side, so hopefully be able to develop some of them, use them occasionally. I wouldn't rule that out. Certainly some of them do look very, very good, so we're going to have to use them at some point, I would imagine. But let's crack on now with the next game against Ipswich. I think some of the games have been rearranged a little bit because they've changed. I'm pretty sure they've changed around since when I checked before. So, oh, okay, I didn't realise we had a game in 2 days' time. I didn't realise they'd changed around that much. Why didn't they just give us the match on Tuesday? That would have made more sense. But of course, they've clearly not programmed it right on this, which is very frustrating. That leaves us with 3 games in, 6 days? So, yeah, well played, EA, well played. Okay, so on to the match against Ipswich. This is the side I'll go with. Peacock Farrell starting in goal. We've got Berardi at right back, Janssen and Barley as centre back, Taylor starting as my left back with Smith and Bridcut in front of them. Saka will start on the right hand side, Barrow on the left with Antonsen in behind Roof, who will start up front. felt a little bit sorry for Anderson not playing as much and obviously not coming on in that last game. But so I started him just in behind Roof in this game. So that's the bench I'm left with. Dakara, Beckford, Dallas, Edwards, Vieira on there as well, who hopefully will come on at some point, and Eiling and Cooper as usual. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. A lot of players missing out still. There's a few that have been frozen out of the team a little bit. Alex Mort being one of them, who hasn't really played as much, sadly. Same with Matt Grimes, but hopefully incorporate them into the side at some stage with them being so many matches quite close together recently. And we've got a cup game against Wigan coming up, I think, in the next episode. So we'll probably rotate for that match as well. So let's crack on with the game against Ipswich, try and maintain our position or catch up the teams in front of us, and we'll wait and see how we do. Here we go, Ipswich will kick us off here in this game. We need to try and get ourselves 3 points, don't want to drop any more. Obviously we need to stay in the playoffs to try and find our way into the Premier League for next season. So yeah, need to beat Ipswich here. It's going to be a tough game. They are one of the better teams in the league, so it's not going to be an easy one certainly here. Bridcut having to backtrack and head it away early on. That's a good start from Ipswich. Need to just make sure that we can prevent them from having too many more attacks. Roof on the counter-attack here, using his pace to get away. Gonna lay it off, it's supposed to go to Anderson. Finds Sacco, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper. And it will be Barrow to try and keep the attack alive, but it won't, sadly. Sacco, gonna make his run forward, cuts it back, brilliant ball in, Anderson. Oh, nearly goes over the goalkeeper for an own goal. Anderson, though, has got to score that one. What a chance. He just basically glances at the ball in, and really should get more behind that, and it should be 1-0 now. Barrow to Smith. Now going to try and build this up a little bit slower than usual. Anderson to try and shoot. Maybe gets brought down, and for me that should be a free kick. He looks to be injured, and will no doubt have to come off. Roof wins it back. He's been really good, Roof. Anderson stays on the pitch, actually, despite being injured. Thought he would have to come off for us. Barrow going to hold this one up, wait for a good enough option. Into Roof. Oh, no, it was Smith, actually, who's needed the other option from someone. Oh, Roof is through. It's a fantastic pass from Anderson. He doesn't have the pace for some reason. Roof to cut back in, and it's a good save. Don't know where his pace seemed to go. Charlie Taylor to recover the ball. Not the greatest cross on his weaker foot, though. Remains goalless. 0-0 at half-time. Still no goal, but yeah, I think we've been the better team. We've certainly been the better team. There's no doubt about that, towards the end of that first half especially. But we need to find a good enough chance to score from. We've not had loads of them. Actually a nice distance from goal here. It's just whether we've got the quality from the free kick taker, I think. Bridcut, going to give it a go. Hopefully get it up and over the wall. They jumped too early and it's straight at the keeper. Didn't quite have the bend on it. Okay, 2 changes now. We're going to bring on Beckford and Dakara. And we'll take off Sacco and Barrow. We'll move Roof onto the right-hand side. Anderson will continue to play behind the striker. Dakara onto the left-hand side. I'm tempted to bring on Edwards at some point, but I think Vieira is someone I want to give a game. Or some game time, I should say. So maybe he'll get into this match at some stage. But if he does, it's more likely to be later on. Smith picks it up, though. Still going, Smith. Smith to shoot. Oh, needed it across the goalkeeper more. It's a good save there by the Ipswich goalkeeper to beat it away. Roof to deliver this one. He's not usually on corners, I don't think, Roof, but Beckford will recover it, and that is a dreadful pass. Okay, final change. It won't be Vieira, sadly. We're going to go with a more attacking change. Edwards is going to come on. We'll take off Anderson, and we need to get a goal. There's 10 minutes to go. We need to do something. We've got a free kick chance here to get the ball in, but I don't think we can shoot from this sort of range. So, yeah, we're going to have to need a good delivery. We'll have to wait and see who can provide that. I thought Edwards would be quite good, but maybe not. Roof will have to be the one to put it in. Don't know whether it's a good enough one. Berardi, oh, nearly found someone in the box there. Just gets hoofed away. Still going to apply the pressure, though. Hopefully Dakara can produce something special again. Need him to do something here, whether it be a cross or a run. It's a decent ball in. Edwards never going to win a header. And it's gone out for a corner, though. It's forced well by Edwards. Okay, we'll go ultra-attacking now. They're all crowded into the box. They've dispersed a little bit, and it's a good header from Bridcut. It was, but it's too far out to score from, and the attack will break down. Edwards onto Beckford. Again, had a little bit of a quiet game so far, Beckford. Edwards, though, hoping to change that for him. Oh, gets completely destroyed by the defender, Jermaine Beckford. Absolutely smashed to the ground. And it was apparently a fair challenge, so the play does continue, and that was broke down from Dakara this time, trying to start something. I think that might be it now. They're just running down the game. They've gone to the corner to try and cross it, and that's not really going to trouble Bailey Peacock Fowl too much. Need a quick attack. I think it's over. It is. Another draw. Another wrong result for us. That's the only way I can put it. The result isn't right. We do deserve to win again, but just haven't done enough. We haven't created enough chances to have scored from, realistically. We've created a few, but you need more in a game, and we've not taken the ones we have created, so we are the only ones to blame for not scoring them. We've done enough, though, to win the match. It's as simple as that. On another day, you do win the game, but we've had too many occasions where that's happened. I mean, I'm getting a little bit bored of saying it every episode, for both career modes, to be honest. So yeah, I think it might just be something with career mode where that happens a lot. I've noticed it the last few career modes, to be honest, where you don't really get your deserved results. And that's the way it is. You have to kind of deal with it. It maybe adds to the realism a little bit more. That's the only kind of positive you can take from it. We are still in front of Brentford. They've got a game in hand, though, over us, so they could overtake us if they win. It's quite simple, to be honest. Norwich could also overtake us if they beat us on the goal difference, so we could go down as far as 6th. Which won't be good, but we will still be in the playoffs. That is the only positive we can take. So, yeah, we've got a game now against Cardiff. We won't be able to play this match. I think we'll sim it. We'll have to have a look at what sort of team I can put out realistically. Alex Mort there, not happy with his role. The club, understandably, not played him as much as I'd hoped. We'll hopefully now get a chance to play him, though. I'll pick a side that can hopefully beat Cardiff in this home fixture. Okay, this is a side that I've picked to hopefully go out there and beat Cardiff. They're playing a 5-3-2 formation. We've gone with the simple sort of 4-2-3-1 type formation. Pickett, Farrell starting in goal again. Eiling, Bartley, Cooper, Denton, Phillips, O'Kane, Coyle, Alex Mort, Stuart Dallas and Chris Wood up front. I don't think it's actually a bad team considering we played a game just a couple of days ago. So, how will we get on? We should beat them. It's at home. We're a better side. We've got the better team, so we should really beat them, but it's not that clear cut on FIFA, as you know. So we'll wait and see. 25 minutes in, still 0-0. We need a goal, ideally. I might just skip it, to be honest. Oh, Jesus Christ. Not again. Into the second half. We've lost the game too. A load of rubbish. Absolute nonsense is that. Cardiff were 19th before that game. They've just beaten us 2-0. Absolute nonsense is that. That really annoys me. That really, really annoys me. Because we're the better team. We've got the better side out. We're at home. We should win when you sim. But I've actually lost and dropped so many points when simming at home on this game, on this career mode. It's really frustrating because it doesn't usually happen like that. You usually win more matches, and you just don't this year. It goes the other way for some reason. On the positive, though, we do have a lot of youngsters now coming into our youth setup, which is good, into our senior squad, I should say. So we will train, I think, all of them if we can this week. Okay, these are the 5 players that I've gone with, all of which are youngsters, regens, whatever you want to call them. So we will go ahead and simulate all those drills this week, try and get them up over the next few weeks if we can. We do have our young Swedish centre-back that still hasn't extended the contract just yet. Hopefully he will in the next few days. He goes up to 66 overall. We've got 2 young Swedish centre-backs now, both at 66, so it's looking very, very promising at the moment with some of those youngsters. Some more coming in here. I did offer a lot of youngsters contracts, so that is obviously good that we've now got them in the squad, extra players to try and use. So more join us, that is really good. Nobody rejecting contracts or anything like that in there. So that is everything for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. We do somehow remain 4th. I think there's a game in hand though for a few different teams, so we could go, I think I worked out as far down as sort of 7th or 8th, potentially, if they were to win those matches. But that is everything for the episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 25 likes on this episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That will be absolutely fantastic. Kind of off form the last few games. Not in terms of style of play or anything like that. We've actually played really, really well. We've just not scored the goals, so that is something hopefully we'll work on in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.